What years did the Romantic Age approximately span? Late 18th century to mid-19th century. Who are considered the founders of English Romantic poetry? William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Which literary work is often considered the manifesto of English Romantic poetry? Preface to Lyrical Ballads. Which concept did Romantics emphasize over rationalism? Emotion and individualism. Romanticism was partly a reaction to which historical movement? The Industrial Revolution. What genre combines romance with horror, becoming popular in the Romantic Age? Gothic literature. Who wrote Frankenstein, a novel blending romantic and Gothic elements? Mary Shelley. What is a major theme of Romantic poetry and art? Nature. What faculty did Romantics consider the highest human trait? Imagination. What term describes awe-inspiring or terrifying aspects of nature in Romanticism? The sublime. Who is a key Romantic poet known for the Ode on a Grecian Urn? John Keats. Which Romantic poet created the archetype of the Byronic hero? Lord Byron. Which poet's work often explores themes of mortality and beauty? John Keats. What are the main characteristics of the Byronic hero? Flawed, rebellious, and solitary. Who authored the Rime of the Ancient Mariner? Samuel Taylor Coleridge. What theme did Wordsworth often depict in his poems? The beauty and spirituality of nature. Which German philosopher influenced the Romantic emphasis on emotion? Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Name a well-known historical novelist from the Romantic period. Sir Walter Scott. What movement in the United States was influenced by Romanticism? Transcendentalism. Which American authors were central figures in the Transcendentalist movement? Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau. Who painted emotionally intense landscapes symbolizing Romantic ideals? Caspar David Friedrich. Which painting theme was widely used by Romantic artists to depict the sublime? Landscape and natural scenes. What genre often explored supernatural and mysterious themes? Gothic literature. Who wrote Don Juan, a satirical Romantic epic? Lord Byron. Name an example of Romantic poetry focusing on themes of death and nature. John Keats's Ode to a Nightingale. What French author exemplifies Romantic literature with Les Miserables? Victor Hugo. What did the Romantics criticize about cities? They saw cities as corrupting forces. Which Romantic poet often reflected on rural and common life? William Wordsworth. What term describes the Romantics' fascination with other cultures and lands? Exoticism or Orientalism. What style of architecture inspired Romantic art and literature? Gothic. Which composer is associated with the Romantic Age in music? Ludwig van Beethoven. What American Romantic author wrote The Legend of Sleepy Hollow? Washington Irving. Romantic nationalism was often linked to the exploration of what? National identity. What inspired the Romantic ideal of the individual over the collective? Personal expression and creativity. What famous Romantic work features the character Prometheus? Shelley's Prometheus Unbound. Who were the Brothers Grimm, and what did they contribute? German folklorists who compiled fairy tales, contributing to Romantic folklore interest. What major world event inspired Romantic ideals of freedom? The French Revolution. Which poet explored innocence and experience in his works? William Blake. What did Romantics consider to be a pure state free from societal corruption? Childhood. Which English region was significant for Romantic poets like Wordsworth? The Lake District. Which romantic poet emphasized the theme of solitude in nature? William Wordsworth. Who painted Wanderer above the sea of fog, exemplifying romanticism? Caspar David Friedrich. What romantic concept describes an awe-inspiring feeling toward nature? The sublime. What American writer is known for dark romanticism? Edgar Allan Poe. Which romantic writer created works of folklore and fantasy? E.T.A. Hoffmann. Romantic writers often viewed nature as a mirror for what? Human emotion. Which romantic novelist wrote Ivanhoe?